What's there, everybody? Welcome to Destiny 2 news. Good and bad news. Here's the bad news. We have a 1 week of this week to go until we need to spoils of the Savathun got released. We gotta wait for next week. Here's the other bad news. I'm not gonna start for the Dreamy City every time, so I had to go for the Nightfall for my best to carry rolls the regular of the weapons instead of. But every time when every blueberry starts, I'm going to hell. Oh god, this is already started. And anyways, sorry for that. Most importantly, and I had to try my best, but I'm not using one of those sunset weapons or not to use until I had to use some other weapons so I can probably have my best rolls and I had to take a look. The only problem is I had to take a look at these rolls is I had it back in my days, so I had to use my knowledge the back in my days to look up and find the right rolls of this weapon so I could have back. And for the 3 new exotics is coming through, and I already pre-own it up a DLC. Now, less DLC will be waiting that longer, so we're gonna probably head through for every one of these seasons that you already finished and claimed, and a bunch of them that you already have.
I doubt Zivu
Maybe
knows
this
what
is
Queen
not.
Mara is planning,
Maybe
but
it's
she knows
not.
that every day it
For it
grows
takes a
nearer.
while
She'll
that you
redouble
not
her
notice.
efforts, I'm sure. And with Crow gone, we're more vulnerable than before.
But you not notice, is every time that I have to use every weapon that I have, and I need to keep gathering for my weapons, so I have to use them. It's not the best day for this all the newbies, are they? Are they really good at it? Well, maybe, but I'll give them a chance when they have. Just to make sure the heads up for a reason. Most importantly, I have the best way to use the carry rolls in my own hands, but these things they have in their own hands for the good carry rolls. I cannot say about
never
that.
At the same time. It makes me suspect a coordinated
But
alliance.
most importantly, I never say no about the people have it in. This Destiny 2 is very, very important. They have it at 30th anniversary in the back of the Destiny to use all the carry rolls except the sidearms. It looks like a Halo gun that I never done in a Halo style in my life. So I'm back in the Destiny 2 stuff. All the decades I had to try to do all my best. Well, it seems it's really good. And the good and the bad news, I will still need a 1 occurrence that I have to deal with. Apparently, there's nothing left around these for Destiny 2, so but Bungie will make it out for the new stuff and other things. The way is Bungie itself, it's not Bungie itself. The only problem is they could have these weapons have fun to have a good time. And that way, people will have fun like those things. And also, misadventures like I did. And I may not to be success. Even though I have that sign on, you know, the freaking Halo gun. I'm not sure if I can use it or not. But it's not a very important one I have to use. It is not in case of emergency, want to use a DPS or not. But it's the right way to use it. And here's the other good and bad news. The bad news is you can have more time instead of wasting time for Destiny 2. I would never ever gonna probably do whatever these guys want to never done Star Wars. And it seems these guys are not saying no for that, so they could probably enhance everywhere. So I'm not saying no for that. That way they should probably get that one. not fixing, they also have well for those. I mean, for Pinnacles, you gotta keep going until you got the right roll, like it's good or bad. It's not a very important, is you had to earn it for the Pinnacles. Not for whoop-de-doos like the rest of these dungaheads. I mean, I probably use it every time. With these, I had to keep going whatever they want to finish every time. I mean, if person wants to get this exotic quest step or the gun for the back in the past that you did not have, like I have this effects method class in the Kingdom Bog, which is also Destiny, usually. After all, you didn't even get the gun, recently you didn't get the Pinnacle. And I'm not sure it's going to be coming back for recently. That is why it's very important that is. If you don't get it, then you should probably better luck next time to get that gun for next. Like, Tarabal and Anarchy and other exotics that you never get one. Like Izanagi for the quest stuff. That is really good for if everybody's talking about, but it's over time. So they gotta find the good carrier rolls and find the other weapons, and they have to use a meta or some sort. They say they have a god roll for the weapons. But I cannot say no for that. And here's the other good news. Aside from the good news, if you have these weapons like seasons, like 4 seasons that you not see for the looks of it, couldn't have been, most importantly to use it, but for the campaign that you did not get those.
The Guardian's compass has guided us faithfully yet again.
And everybody knows it when they seem to sound a god, but not for the paley if you get lazy so much. If you want to finish your stuff, then you should probably hit your things to start.
Agreed.
Or you can have it a plan B and someone will handle your account. For like every Thursday. But I would rather not do that if it's in case of emergency. And I will never do that, even though I was like cheat for a reason. But I didn't use cheat codes for some reason. Some say that they do, but some things they don't. I mean, like, when everybody say, do this and do that, and everybody's talking about the sunset weapons, they could probably change it to the weapons that they would have a lot of time they have it in good old days instead of. I could not say no for that, so that's just gonna be a problem. Well, it is good, but I wouldn't say no for that. That way I could have it more time and then I had to do bounties. I just read carefully what I go to. But any weapons that I had to deal with, but the bounties is a really tough high for Riesling, so any choices oh my god, my throat. One of the toughest things that you deal with is you can't deal and then the bungee itself that you try. But I wouldn't say no. So in any exotics they want to say I want this gun so badly, then you have to look it up. What is it you wanted wanted for a reason. For I'm helping my sister to get a divinity quest step. But the last part is the raid to get 6 people to do it in the puzzle. It's really impossible. But for 1,000 voices, I cannot say no as everybody's grinding it. And so is the Eyes of Tomorrow, that is. Everybody's grinding, like, Chibi is yelling every time he wants to get that Eyes of Tomorrow. Like, yeah, every time, but he wants it so badly. At first, he first isn't got an Anarchy recently, and then move that up. And also, everybody was in their chat stuff in all their ways. I didn't use cheat ways or some sort. Apparently, if they someone who wants to hit over my account. That I didn't use anything. That's what I don't get flunked up with it every time. Not very smart, but I have my ears get almost deaf every time sometimes. I wouldn't say my ears are not deaf, because I'm raging up 1,000 locked stairs. 1,000 locked stairs, and that means I can hear completely here. So, if anything, why do I say it myself? God damn it, why do I say that? Anyways, another good news for this new DLC, Savathûn is trying to get our light and against us. That is a bad news. But here's the other good news. To stopping those hive gods using against those our light is to grab those hive ghosts and crumble to their whatever it's called. Because I have no idea what am I supposed to do with that. So anyways, it's really good. And that's so, and everybody's talking about it every time when I see. Is every hive they use their guardians supers. That is really satisfying for that. I cannot say no for that. That I not say no, that freaking Savathûn taking our life, and what happened is Osiris recently, we don't know what is gonna happen to him. That way I'm not sure what is gonna happen to him. So we're gonna find out what is just happening to him. I would not say no for that, obviously. So anyways, let's get focused. Savathûn is taking our light, and we don't know what's gonna happen against with those things, and we wouldn't show up because the Savathûn's taking our light, because we don't know what happened to real Osiris that is. Anyways, and then damn most importantly, what am I saying? God damn it. Anyway, I'm not sure what's gonna happen to Savathûn, so we gotta kill her so immediately, but we don't know how is that gonna happen to us. That way, she's not gonna take away our spirits, but she's, God damn, it's really confusing for Savathûn to take away our life. So anyways, when Savathûn is getting released into one of the chambers, and I have no clue how she got out. A little bit spoiled, but it's gotta be in there, so we're just gonna keep on lookout. And that's all for the good news. Oh, if you wanted to get the good carry rolls, just look it up in the one of those guys. They have a bunch of lots of rolls, and they said, even though if you say good or suck, that is, you need to look it up on what they have. I'm not saying for that. Anyways, thank you for a heads up for the good and bad news. I'll see you for the next video. Rocky X14, channeling is out.
Uldren was always a fool. He was too prideful to